Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year. They rolled through, and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's going to have the Rams first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Rams very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This taken in by Downs. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air with McCarthy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Downs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cards are on the board first on the road here in L.A. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Second and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. When you look at this defense, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pick up of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing is McCarthy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 30 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Marquise Brown, 74 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he's going to be blocked out inside the 45 at the 43. And it's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's right here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
36-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Cardinals.
After one, it's 13-6. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion right, that's Harrison. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it is caught by Dell. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
McCarthy off the play fake. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Arizona.
Take down from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
Yeah, it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Love again. Shoves him away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They turn to Love on the handoff. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On play action, McCarthy. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
On the carry, it's Love. They find some open field here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Got a man here, it's Wilson. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cardinals are able to add on to their first half lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
At the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the play.
Stafford now to throw. And Daniels has it, left side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 to 44. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to
slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line.
That's another Rams.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And his kick is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Finding his target is Trey McBride. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He's going to air one out. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. On 3rd down, here's Love. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. McCarthy operating from the gun. He's got it right here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run again with Love on first down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now he's going to step up and run. It's just a game of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Bates' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To throw is Stafford. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go ahead, go.
Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LA. Puka Nacua, 75 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16.
Rams 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Love. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He's brought down 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To the air with McCarthy. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
At the 35-yard line.
2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA. Puka Nakua with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, a 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
The Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Cards are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Rams 22.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays.
Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a give running right is Love. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Rams are right back in this football game.
McCarthy's pass intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
32 yards.
Give them 32 on the play.
Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Williams running left. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 3.
It's a gain of
Now
7.
Stafford.
Brings up second.
The counter here is complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It's a gain of 8.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. And he is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now it's Stafford. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll run with Love. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Looking to throw McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field. He's got it man complete. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Part part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends. You're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught by Williams.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. Stafford. And that's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Game in hand, the offense takes the lead. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened,